Hello, I'm Carlos Montesinos.
And I'm Olivia Balmer with the latest in CMRU.ca news. Thank you for joining us today on our very last episode for the CMRU.ca news. Here's what's making news.
Our first story is about the 6th annual JMH Launchpad Pitch competition. It's the Mount Royal version of Dragon's Den. Students with big ideas can win big money prizes. It takes place at Ross Glen Hall and is sold out. The showdown is hosted by MRU's Institute and Innovation and Entrepreneurship. Students are competing for $70,000 in cash and prizes. Current Mount Royal students and recent alumni will present business ideas to a panel of judges. The teams are given 5 minutes to pitch, followed by questions from the panel. Launchpad has been responsible for supporting several MRU-based startups in the last 5 years. The competition provides financial help and mentorship opportunities. This year has 6 individual competitors and 1 team. The event is so popular that they had to add more seating.
While those students are pitching their ideas, some Calgary post-secondary students are having trouble finding jobs this summer. The city's economy has been suffering since the recession. According to the ATB, Alberta's economic outlook is forecasted to rebound. As Mike Bott tells us, students are yet to see their rebound effect on their summer job situation.
Kira Jameson is a second-year student at Mount Royal University. She is struggling to find a job that relates to her English degree.
Everything that I've seen so far, they already want you to be graduated and have your undergraduate, so that's also very disheartening.
Dayton Brightwell is a graduating business student. He is having just as hard of a time finding a job as Jameson.
Yeah, it would be awesome if you could hire me. Yeah, that would be great.
Brightwell says the high number of students all applying for the same job is the most difficult part.
So there was only like 8 jobs on that job board at a time. There'd be like 300 students trying to apply for all of them.
Even though the ATB Alberta economic outlook is forecasted to go up, students aren't seeing the job market grow for summer. Both Jameson and Brightwell have had the most luck using the Mount Royal Student Job Board and searching through Indeed.ca. But even with those websites, Brightwell says it can be hard to find the perfect job.
So that's definitely the biggest issue, is finding something that's relative to my education and pays decently well.
Brightwell says that he needs to find a paid job to pay off all of his student loans, but he is currently just looking for anything to gain experience. Micah Bott, CMRU.ca News.
The 2 students' hard work actually paid off and they ended up getting jobs this week.
The University of Saskatchewan has increased the price for tuition for a second year in a row. The Board of Governors has agreed to increase the price of tuition by an average of 4.8% for the 2018-2019 academic year. The new fees double the increase set last year by an average of 2.3%. Senior Academic Administrator Tony Vanelli said the hike was agreed upon after consulting with students. The new tuition revenue is projected to reach $137.3 million. The money is expected to go toward enhancing programs, course offerings, and student services.
Now on to the sports news with Ryan Robinson. What's it looking like tonight, Ryan?
Thanks, guys. The season is wrapping up. The Flames play their second last game against the Winnipeg Jets tonight. This is coming after a spectacular month-long slip-up saw the Flames win only 4 out of 17 games. This has placed the once playoff contenders now 11 points out of the playoff picture. All the hopes that the Flames had 6 months ago when they played the Winnipeg Jets in their second game of the season, beating them 6-3, are now shot. Only 2 games remain, and the Flames will need to have a strong showing to show GM Brad Treliving that they still deserve to be playing next season. Tonight's game will have 6 call-ups, including John Gillies returning in goal. However, they face a very tough challenge against Winnipeg. The high-flying Jets are gearing up for a serious cup run and have just come off 3 big wins on the road. The Flames are really looking to show some character and to snap their losing streak after they lost 4-1 to the Arizona Coyotes at home on Tuesday night. The puck drops at 6 p.m. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Ryan. In other sports, the new sport of croquet-curl made its first appearance in Calgary this winter. The Acadia Community Association is the first place in Calgary to have a croquet-curl game board. Scott Stimson found out what croquet-curl is.
Croquet-curl. It's a mix of the board game crokinole and the winter sport curling. Crokinole is a board game where players shoot their disc at the center hole while also knocking their opponent's discs off the board. The game first appeared in Winnipeg 2 years ago in 2016. Erica Topola is the membership director of the Acadia Community Association. She says Croak-A-Curl was really popular in Winnipeg, so she thought she'd see if it would be popular here.
So how it came about was basically we had posted it on our Facebook page and it got the most engagement of the year. It got more engagement than we see in a whole year.
The interest resulted in immediate success.
The turnout has been phenomenal, way higher than we expected. We thought we would call it a success if maybe 30 people came and played throughout this season, and we had over 130 people show up for our grand openings.
Keith Simmons is an ice maker. He says some changes will need to take place next year.
Well, we need to do Rocks version 2.0. The Rocks were really good for about a week and they just got beat to death. They sounded great and then the concrete on the inside started to crumble, so we're going to have to come up with something a little more durable.
Weighted jugs replace the rocks this winter. Croak-A-Curl becomes more difficult to play as it gets warmer. The ice gets slushy, the center hole fills in, and the lines disappear. The Acadia Community Association is hoping to have Croak-A-Curl again next winter. Scott Stimson, CMRU.ca News.
Wow, what an interesting sport. Do you think they could combine Monopoly and soccer?
I mean, why not? If they can throw some laundry detergent jugs, why not? That looks like fun. Anyways, on to entertainment here. Catherine, I'm hearing some trouble in Tatum world. Is he single or is he? What's going on there?
Well, him and Jenna have broken up. Cuffing season is over and we're definitely seeing the effects. They broke up after 9 years together, although they said in a mutual statement that they still have love for each other, they're just on different paths. As for Justin Theroux and Jennifer Aniston, they have called it quits and haven't said much on the issue. But let's hope that's it for spring breakups, as we are all a little heartbroken right now. But in royal wedding news, it looks like the soon-to-be princess's dad is getting ready for the wedding. He was seen in a local coffee shop perusing through books with photos of the country. I guess he knows exactly what he's going to see when he's there next month. It looks like Anne Hathaway isn't taking any hate after being called out for gaining weight. She took to social media to say that she's gaining weight for a role and that anyone fat shaming her it's on them, not her. As well as hitting your TVs tonight is the Jersey Shore revival. The show will have everyone back on it, including Snooki and The Situation. The preview promised that it's something we don't want to miss, and I know that that's definitely Carlos's plans for tonight.
I'm definitely going to GTL, although I need the tea because there's just no sun in Calgary. Well, there is, but it's super cold. And with more on that, we're going to go live to Micah Bott, who joins us outside. Micah, how's the weather looking out there?
You know, the weather is just a little bit chilly. The looks really are quite deceiving. It is sunny, but we're sitting at -9, but it actually feels like -16. Tomorrow, there is going to be a high of -8 and a low of -14, but to expect flurries throughout the day, so the snow won't be melting anytime soon. And on Saturday, there's going to be a high of -7 and a low of -11, and with light snow again all day. And with Sunday, it's going to warm up just a little bit with a low of -4 or a high of -4, a low of -10, and sunny with some clouds, so maybe that'll be a nice little spring break for us. For the Alberta-wide forecast, Edmonton is at a -11, Fort McMurray is at a -15, Lethbridge is at a -9, and Red Deer is at a -10, so it's cold all around. There aren't really many signs of spring coming anytime soon, so don't pack away your winter clothes just yet. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks again, Micah. This has been the latest in CMRU.ca News. I'm Olivia Bulmer.
And I'm Carlos Montesino. So we want to thank you for joining us today on our very last show of the semester. Have a good day.
Bye.
See ya.